Hello and welcome to another ghetto fucking episode of Milkdrunk and Mental. I'm B.
And I'm Kate.
And we're sharing a fucking microphone, kneeling on our knees while the kids sleep. What time did you get here today?
11:40.
It's 1:50 and we still don't have fucking microphones at work. Now, many of you suggested to us that we should go record at the local podcasting studio. It's $60 a session, so we will not be doing that.
We don't have money for that.
We're new moms. We're poor. And we're kind of whispering because we've got one kid sleeping here and one in the swing over there who's being a total prick this week. And I don't know why.
I'm kind of also a prick, but I call her a bitch instead.
Gender appropriate terms. Also, bad sore topic, but we didn't pick a topic to talk about today.
You mentioned one, but
The Just Wait moms.
Yes, the Just Wait moms. Yes. Okay. I mean, really, it was just a lot of just wait until they're older. Just wait until they're older. Just wait until. So one thing I did want to say too, I just thought of, so we're in the hospital, day one, January 2nd, the day she's born, and my father-in-law, my mother-in-law come to visit. And my father-in-law, literally the only things he can say are, just wait until she's older. Just wait until she does this. Just wait until she. I was like, dude, we are parents. We've been parents for 12 hours. Like, can you give us a fucking second? We were like, can you chill the fuck out? And he just laughs. But I was like, bruh, I know these moments are going to be difficult, but please, we're like in bliss right now. Just fucking let us exist. Yeah. Come on, Ernie.
We realize that we have to keep the cord still because it makes like annoying noise. This is the most ghetto podcast.
If you were looking for highbrow sophistication,
This is not it.
this ain't it.
Okay, the Just Wait moms. There was a kid having a complete fucking meltdown, like a brat. And I'm like, my dad would have fucking slapped me across the face if I acted like that. Like the, oh my God, those kids, I cannot. She's like, I can't wait till you have fucking kids. I'm like, they're not going to act like that. I can tell you that. Oh my God, I just can't with the like complete tantrum. Nobody acted like that when we were younger unless you had something wrong with you.
Right. Like,
They all fucking act like that.
they don't have to act like that is
No.
the thing. They don't have to. Hello, it has to do with the parents sometime.
100%. 100%. Just so you
And my
guys know,
diet.
I had my hair done today. Not that you can tell because I've already pulled it all out and the volume's gone because I have thin hair or fine hair. Don't ever expect my hair to look like this ever again. I will be in a messy bun and not in a nice shirt.
Yeah, your
Okay,
outfit's cute today.
So
I'm
don't expect this ever again.
Dumping it.
So when we said that we were going to adopt, we started telling people, not a lot, just in case something happened. A lot of my friends who have kids would say, oh, just wait till this or just wait till that. Do you remember in January I had like a legit mental breakdown, like last January? I just was watching how like they don't have a fucking life anymore at all. Their entire life is being a mom, which is great for some people, but that is not for me. Personally, I need to have my own personality, my own things. And they're just always on their phone doing this and that. And I'm like, holy shit, this is the most stressful thing ever. And I was like, wow, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. I don't think I'm cut out to be a mom. This is not good, blah, blah, blah. And I ended up getting a therapist. And that's when she hit me with the OCD diagnosis. He only wakes up once during the night. And they're like, oh, well, just wait for the 4 monthly regression or this, that, and the other thing. Okay, I know those things are coming, but can you not just let me enjoy being a mom right now? I'm brand new at this. Some of you have been doing it for years. This is my first time being alive, first time being a mom. I'm happy. I'm like doing all these things. And then you're ruining the moment by being like, well, just wait till this. Okay, great. Go fuck yourself, Karen. Like, I don't know.
I swear people just don't want you to be happy. They're like, you know what? This person looks a little too happy. I'm going to hit them with a just wait.
Misery loves company.
Miserable.
Misery loves company. I just saw, I sent you that TikTok of that mom. And I was like, this is so fucking true. And we need to talk about this on the pod. She's like, you know, moms will be like, oh, well, I can't do this or I can't take a shower. I don't have time for myself. She's like, you created that environment. Nobody else. You created that yourself.
Yep.
And my parents weren't like that. My mom went to book club every month. She, would go out for a walk with her friends almost every night when it was nice out around the neighborhood. And then, my dad traveled for work. If they can do it, there's no reason we can't. And again, it all goes back to the thing that we always say we want to be like 90s moms. And it's just so true because, let kids be kids. We don't need to be on the iPad. Let them go outside and explore or do whatever. It's just, I don't know, bums me out. I hate seeing kids not just being kids.
I agree. And just being consumed by technology.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't want that. I want that to be like a very last resort.
Same.
I don't have an iPad and we don't feel, well, Jake has one, but he just reads on it, but we don't feel the need to buy one.
Jake reads? I mean, I know he knows how to read, but books?
Yeah, he reads books.
What does he read? I just don't picture him as a reading guy.
They're like fantasy.
Really? Oh my God, I
Yeah.
wonder if we've crossed paths on Goodreads. I read any of the same
Yeah, right.
stuff.
I don't know. I'd have to ask him what titles he reads. Okay, he's reading this series and he said there's literally 94 books in the series. I was like,
That's for autistic people. I'm sorry, that was rude. Those are for people with hyperfixations.
I was like, who fucking has time to write 94 books? What the fuck?
Oh my God, I want to know what
Yeah.
series it is. This is insane. The longest series I've read, how long is Harry Potter?
6 books, I think. Yeah, I think it's
Okay, Throne of Glass was
5 or
longer than
6.
that. I think that was 7 or 8. And I read that. That's probably as far as I'll go. There's another series called The Mortal Instruments that I want to do, but I haven't started it because it's a million books. It's a YA series, I think. Anyways, not a book podcast.
I know.
We're not talking about that.
I'm not talking about that. I don't know the longest series I read. 5 books, maybe. What was I going to say? When people say the whole just wait thing or they point something out about your parenting or your kid or whatever, it's them trying to validate their own parenting. And it's like, okay, but don't use me as your validation. Leave me the fuck
100%.
out of it.
I'm
If you
sorry
have a problem,
that
then
you're looking back on stuff and you're like, wish I
Yeah.
didn't do X, Y, or Z or spoil
Right.
them or let them get away with this one and that. But
Yeah.
but you did. And it's too late. And I'm sorry that you don't like that. I'm trying. That's the thing about me personally. I'm going to be 35 next. Oh, it's April. Saturday.
This week. Oh,
Wait, this month. Okay, I'm going to be 35. I'm holding on to 34 for a couple more days.
Mhm.
But I obviously waited a long time to have kids. And I'm so happy that I did that. Sometimes I am really jealous of my friends that have kids that are like 13, 14 because they can, help with the other kids or they're more independent. They're not waking up in the middle of the night. But then at the same time, I did so much traveling. I went to Europe a bunch of times. I went to Disney 5 million times. Met some of my best friends through that. I got married. I bought a house. I started my own business. I couldn't have done all of that if I had a kid. So I am really glad that I waited. And my parents, they're retired now and they are traveling the country in an RV. They're doing every single national park.
Sick. I want to do that so bad.
I know.
Can I go with them?
Me too. And they're like, well, why don't you wait till you're retired to go here and go there? And I'm like, because what if I'm dead? And my mom's like, don't talk like that. And I'm like, no, but it's a very realistic thing. How many of our friends since we've graduated high school have died? I'm sure you know a few people that have died since then or like freak things. And
things happen.
We're getting to the age where people my age can have heart attacks. I know somebody whose husband passed away from one and I think he was in his 30s or maybe 40s, but I really think he was in his 30s. So
Either
it's like,
way, so young.
So young. Or you could get in a car accident. I know somebody else whose husband got in a car accident and he's got a really long road to recovery and it's been months and anything could happen. So that being said, I traveled when I was young and I do regret not doing it sooner solely when I give baths because my back fucking hurts.
Oh, yeah.
And my knees hurt.
Oh my God, same.
Trying to get up. You're trying not to hold this, drop this, slippery baby.
She's so slippery. Yes.
God, I hate it so much.
I do too.
This is the worst visual podcast I've ever seen.
Yeah, sorry, you get to look at my face. I do hate the bath time.
Because you don't like giving bath? Oh, just because your back hurts.
My fucking back.
How old are you?
I'm 33, just turned 33.
Aries.
33. Yeah. No, I mean, I didn't do much of anything in my 20s. Experienced my mom dying and then getting through that. At age 25. So that was my 20s.
Oh my God.
Second half of my 20s. But no. I just didn't meet the one until when did we meet? 2020. I was 28, I think, 27 or 28 when I met Jake.
During COVID?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it was October 2020. Yeah, we went on our first date at Tipsy Moose on October 31st, 2020.
They have really good pickle ranch pizza. So it's not on the menu anymore, but I asked for it and they do make it for me sometimes.
Okay.
So good.
I would try that. But yeah, so, I didn't meet the guy I felt I could have a kid with until 27 or 28. So you know.
It was 2015 when Chad and I met. So I think it was like 11 years ago. Not sure how he hasn't left me yet, but he's still here.
I feel the same way. I'm like,
I'm
honestly,
such a
don't know how
bitch.
you're sticking the fuck around, but good
I
for you.
will say, looking back, like I was insane when we first started dating. I just
Mhm.
had a lot of trust issues because I had just gotten out of a relationship with a drug addict.
Mhm.
So there was a lot of lying, obviously, going on.
Mhm.
And I always had issues growing up too. I think I was just very insecure and jealous. But I know I was insecure. Like I hated my body. I hated how I looked. Anyways, different fucking episode.
That one might be a two-parter.
That's a part 5. I hate my part 5. I weigh myself every day.
Part 6, I measure my waist every day.
Measure yourself after you poop to see if you lost any weight. That's
Hey.
an eating disorder.
Yeah, weigh in, measure. Yeah, that's I
Been
don't
there,
do
done
that, but
that. I don't anymore. God, but
God, it's tough, dude.
anyways, I don't know where I was going with that.
You met Chad in 2015
Yep.
and you were insecure and jealous when
Yeah,
you were
but I'm a
younger.
lot better now. He'll even agree with me
Mhm.
on that. I'm not as crazy. Like he went out with his friends the other night for someone's birthday and I didn't even fucking look at my phone once. I was like, goodbye.
Peace.
See ya.
Fun.
Watching Friends while the baby is sleeping.
Hell yeah.
Excellent
Hell yeah.
choice.
Yes. No, it's a good feeling when you're with someone who you don't feel insecure anymore. Even if you did at
Yeah.
one point, but you just stop feeling that way. I went through a period of feeling a little insecure in the beginning of our relationship, but I feel
Yeah.
for the most part, I've been okay.
Yeah.
Good,
You
you do
just,
you.
I've said this before. It was because somebody said, how do you know when it's the person you're supposed to marry? And I don't know. I just all of a sudden wasn't jealous. I didn't have the urge to go through his phone.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just fully trusted him. I genuinely cannot picture in my brain, even having OCD where I make up scenarios in my head,
Mhm.
even having all of that, I physically can, if I close my eyes right now, I cannot picture him cheating on me. I just truly don't think he has it in him.
Yeah.
He's just too nice. And he's even said before, I would never cheat on somebody. I would just break up with them and then hook
Yeah.
up with the other person. He's like, I don't understand cheating. And I'm like,
Yep,
valid.
that's
So,
the same with Jake and I. We've had that conversation. He's like, I
mhm.
will never understand cheating. If you ever cheated on me, I would just end it with you. There's no coming back from that, vice versa. So, yeah,
Yeah,
no, none of that.
I agree. Oh, if you haven't followed us on TikTok or Instagram, you
Yes.
should. Kate, you want to tell them our handles while I'm looking something up?
Yes, so our handle on Instagram is Milkdrunk and Mental, and is spelled out. You can't put an ampersand in a handle for those who don't know. TikTok is Milkdrunk and Mental, all one word, and that's all we have, just Instagram and TikTok. So yeah, follow us because we have some fun content that we're going to be putting up. We have some fun content up there now. So
Yes, we spent 15 minutes in front of some stranger's house the other day while we were walking, making a TikTok. And we'll watch out for a part 2 if you like it.
yes,
Do we want to talk about postpartum or do you want to wait until you maybe feel better?
we can talk about postpartum.
I fully was not expecting any sort of postpartum because I thought it was just a hormone drop, which
Mhm.
I think that's obviously a huge part of it.
Yes.
And since I was adopting, I get to skip that part. And whenever I have a biological kid, I'm sure I'll experience it since I have regular depression. When the baby was first born, we met him probably like 3 hours after he was born at the hospital. And we sat in there with his mom for a bit and the family. And then I was like, whenever you want us to leave, just let us know so you can get some rest. I didn't want to assume, you never assume anything in adoption. So I wasn't going to just take him.
Mm.
And they basically she said she wanted the baby to come to our room with us. I was like, okay. So they didn't have any rooms available because it was a very busy week. Because if you count back 9 months, that was Valentine's Day. So everyone, so it was pretty busy. So the only room they had available was in the NICU. So number one, that was extremely annoying because he had to be hooked up to all of the things all of the time since he's considered a NICU patient, even though he didn't need to be there. No food or drink. And the
So I'll just
bathroom,
die.
since it's not the room that you would have been in at your hospital, there's no bathroom in the room. So every time
Great.
I had to pee, I had to walk, in my jammies, no bra on, in my fucking flip flops, down to the lobby, go to the bathroom, and then I have to press this button for the door to unlock, and you have to scrub in every time you go into the unit. So it'd be 3 a.m. and I'm there fucking scrubbing my fucking arms. I mean, obviously, I don't want these other babies to get sick,
No,
but I was like, oh my God.
that's a lot.
And then they were like, oh, only one of you can stay. And I was like, well, I'm not like, how the fuck are we supposed to decide like who stays overnight with
Yeah,
our new
right?
baby. That's crazy. And where am I supposed to go? I didn't book a hotel room. I thought I was safe at the hospital.
Right.
So then one of the nurses was like, "Oh, there's a loophole. If one of you is sleeping and the other one's there as like helper, you can both stay." And I
Mm,
was like, "All right." So that's what we did. One of us slept and then we switched in the middle of the night. But
mm,
I was fucking starving, trying so hard to stay awake because she's like, you both can't be sleeping." And I'm like, "Okay."
okay.
So I am dying. So I was like getting my hand in the bag to get like,
Mm.
it's literally 4 a.m. Like what he's doing rounds just to get some fucking Cheez-Its. I was starving. I thought I was gonna throw up. That had nothing to do with postpartum. I don't know why I told that entire story.
It's
So
okay.
we're in the NICU. Chad goes down to the cafeteria to get us food. At this point, I am a teensy bit high because I was starting to have a panic attack that
Mm,
I was a mom. And because we didn't get 9 months to
prepare.
prepare. We had 80 days from the day I found out until the day he came out was 80 days
Yeah.
exactly. So I didn't get time to prepare and I started to fucking panic and I was like, holy shit, I'm a mom. Like, this
Mm.
is crazy. Had like, just like your pen or whatever. So I hit my pen in the bathroom and I blew it into the drain in the floor. That's for water. I don't know if it did anything, but I wanted to be respectful. We were in
Gotta be
Texas. It was like
respectful.
a really big hospital. It was like a project to
Oh
go
my
back
god.
outside. So I wasn't going to go outside for one hit. So then I start choking. So I'm trying to be discreet about it. So then I'm way higher than I want to be. So then Chad goes down and I'm like, oh my God, he's leaving me with the baby. And I was holding him. And all of a sudden, I don't know about you, but when I'm high, all of the fog in my brain clears and I can see my real emotions. And I was hysterically crying,
Oh
like
my
happy
god.
tears.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't describe this. Chad came back and he's like, "You're still crying?" And I was like, "Yes."
A bit shut up.
I can't explain it to you, but I can feel him inside of my heart and feel him like tugging. And his birth mom said this,
Mhm.
there's like an invisible string attached to her
Mhm.
son, her other son, like at all times. I'm sure
Mhm.
with her, with Conrad as well. But she's like, you'll feel this like invisible string that you're just like connected to. And if they get too far away, like the string's like pulling.
Mhm.
And that was literally, like, what I felt. I was like, "Wow, that's, like, so crazy." So, yeah, I was, like, overly full of, like, love and, like,
Mhm.
you know, just blessed. The next day we get discharged at PM. That was a whole debacle. It was really they didn't wanna let us go. It was this whole big thing because, like, of custody and whatever. So, we get to the hotel room. We had to drive an hour and a half from Galveston to Houston, and it was a nightmare, mostly because he was screaming. So the nurse put him in the car seat, and we realized it was because she had it so tight and it was pressing on his circumcision from 4 hours
Oh
prior.
my
And
god.
Chad's like, his poor balls. So we loosened him a little bit. I was like, I literally don't care. Like, this poor kid, that has to be
Yeah.
so painful. He's barely 6 pounds. He's 5 and change.
Right.
And his little weenie's getting pressed on. I felt
Aw.
so bad for him. So we pull over, blah, blah, blah. We change his diaper. It took us 2 hours to get home. It
Mhm.
was a disaster. And as soon as we get to the hotel room, he's like, the crying, like the feeding every 2 hours
Yeah.
starts. The fucking pack and play that we brought was not comfortable at all. It was
Mm.
like bar in the middle.
Oh god.
I started to literally have a mental breakdown, like
Mhm.
lose my mind. And my
Mhm.
parents were there at that point and they're like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, and I hate to say this out loud. I've said it to people before, but
Mhm.
it makes me sick to think that I ever said this, especially being an adoptive mother.
Mhm.
It makes me feel like so ungrateful. But it wasn't me being ungrateful. I think I was just in shock. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I want
Mm.
to give him back. I want my old
Mhm.
life back. I was literally, when I tell you I had my hands in my hair and I was like pulling, like I was
God.
pacing around this hotel room, just losing my mind. So I don't do well traveling anymore
Mhm.
because of my OCD. I have a really hard time being away from my cats and just being out of my house and out of my comfort zone. And I'm working on it with my therapist. But yeah, I was losing my fucking mind. And my parents were like, Brittany, stop. And I was, no, like I can't do like I can't do this. I can't do like I can't even describe it. It was bad. And then we flew home the next day, and all four of us flew home together.
Mm.
I was doing fine until we had chaotic poop changing in the family bathroom,
Mhm.
all three of us, and it was just a lot.
Oh god.
And then I had to give him to Chad and my mom after the layover on the next part of the flight home. And then when we got home here, I already had family members waiting here at like 10 p.m., which was a lot. I
What?
literally said, I was like, "You guys can stay as long as you want. I'm going to bed because
Yeah.
I can't do this. I just want to be with my fucking cats." And
Right.
Chad is such a saint. He would literally take care of him. He woke up every single time.
Love
And
it.
I had my headphones on. I just I just couldn't. And I felt horrible and like I couldn't fucking get out of bed. One of my friends came over and had to drag me out of bed.
Ugh.
And I did feel better when she was here. But there was one day I remember it was the worst day. I had just had a session with my therapist and I was telling her how I felt. And I had another session with a therapist that specializes in adoption because
Mhm.
the agency, I love them. They're so incredible. And they've all adopted or they are birth mothers or they're adoptees. So like
Mm.
they all
They, like,
get it. And
know.
it's all
Yeah.
women. It's
Mhm.
amazing. My contact, was you stay with the same contact the whole time. She was like, "How are you really?" And I was like, I don't know." And she's like, I've probably thought everything. I've adopted all 3 of my children. I've probably thought everything that you're thinking. Just
Mhm.
say it." And I told her and I was like, "I'm having these feelings of like, did I make a wrong decision? Like, I'm not ready to be a mom or
Right.
whatever." And she's like, "People that have the babies naturally have these same thoughts as you. So you're not a terrible person. It's not being disrespectful. It's just emotions." And on top of it, I had my period. So
Mm.
that makes
So it's
everything so
lovely.
much better.
Yes.
But there was one day after I got off the session with my therapist where I stayed up curled up in my chair in my reading room for
Mhm.
probably 45 minutes, and you're like so depressed and you just feel like you physically can't move your body. You are
Mm.
so exhausted,
Mm.
cannot fucking move, and all you can do is cry. Sometimes you can't even cry. You're just a
Yeah, you're
blank.
just yes.
You're just there.
Mhm.
You have no feeling.
Absolutely.
Your body is an effort to just pick up your limbs. So I walked out here, I sat on the couch and I tried to put a show on and I was like, all right, maybe if I go outside and smoke, I'll feel better.
Mhm.
So I tried to go outside to hit my bong and I legitimately I had to crawl on my hands and knees outside.
Oh my
I
god.
stood I stood in the kitchen just literally just like staring at the ground and I was like so, like, exhausted, I couldn't even cry
Mhm.
anymore. My face was, like, all crusty from fucking tears and shit. It was disgusting. Probably hadn't showered in, like, 4 days. I don't fucking know. And I just stood there and I had to, like, get on my hands and knees and crawl over there. And then I didn't even end up smoking because I was sitting on the floor outside on the porch, like,
Mhm.
trying to, like, pack my bong, and I just started crying all over again. And
Oh.
I was like, "Jesus Christ, like, this is probably the lowest I've ever felt aside
Mhm.
from when one of my, friends passed away and when my dog died. Other than that, I don't think I've ever felt that miserable in my
Yeah.
fucking life." Everyone kept saying, all the therapists, they're like, "This gets better, it goes
Mhm.
away." And okay, but fucking when?
Right,
Like,
like, can you give me a time?
yeah,
Like
I'm crashing out here and it sucks because I do love him so much, but I
Mhm.
was just you're also with adoption, you don't have that instant connection necessarily
Right.
because I didn't grow him inside of me.
Mm.
And I don't know what that feels like. You know what I mean? So for all I know, people do feel the same and connected, but I didn't feel that way until he was probably like a month and a half old, I'd
Mhm.
say. Like, hadn't I have even said before, and I said it to the therapist, and she's like, everybody says that. I'm like,
Mhm.
I kind of feel like I'm babysitting somebody else's kid
Right.
because he just showed up and they're literally like, here you go, and you take him
Mhm.
away. Like, I've been rewatching the Friends adoption episodes, and
Mm.
it's pretty accurate, to
Yeah.
be honest. No, we went to our own room, but it's different in a sense that I have a very, very open relationship with his birth mother,
Mhm.
and I text with her every single day. There's maybe been 2 days since the day that we met over Zoom that I haven't texted with
Wow.
her because we're just busy or whatever. I messaged my doctor on the portal and I was like, "This is what's going on. I'm working with 2 therapists and the agency." She's like, "Let's increase your Lexapro." I
Mhm.
was only on a small dose before, like 10 milligrams.
Yep.
So she put me up to 20. After a couple, I would say a week or 2 on the Lexapro, I felt like a new person, and even my
Mm.
my mom was, "You're completely different. Your energy's
Mm.
different." My husband
Mhm.
was like, "You just feel better." He's like, "It was so bad, I genuinely was I don't think we can have another kid because I don't think
Mm.
I" he's like, "I don't think I could do this again with you." And he wasn't saying that in a mean way, I don't think he ever grew up with somebody that had depression, at
Mm.
least someone that speaks about it and says, "Hey, I'm depressed. I have
Right.
X, Y, and Z," and talk about it. He doesn't he because I've seen on his phone before, I went to Google something and it said how to help someone with depression.
Oh,
I know. I'm
what a
so ups I love
sweetheart.
him so much. It's
Oh
not
my
even funny.
god.
I know everyone sees me pick on him, but he picks on me
Yeah.
all the fucking time. Make sure you hear that loud and clear. He says his favorite thing to do is irritate me. So, because he thinks it's funny
Fucker.
when I get riled up. So, and I'm an Aries, so it doesn't take much. He could breathe the wrong way and I'm like,
Yeah, it's same.
so yeah, I felt a lot better. I do still have little pockets of time here and there where I'm like, ugh, this week, he's so grumpy
Mhm.
this week.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh my God, I kind of miss being able to do whatever the fuck I want whenever I want. But
Yep.
then I also we were just talking about this, like, when he's sleeping, I look at pictures of him and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm so fucking obsessed with him. He's so fucking cute!" And I'm obsessed with his mom. I can't even describe the connection I have to her. It's such a unique thing, and that my
Mhm.
friend that I met through adoption, has a different relationship with her birth mother than I do, but we've said before, just the admiration we have for these women, and she chose me out of
Mhm.
just based on a picture and a book that based on a book that I
Mhm.
wrote a bunch of stuff about us, and Chad wrote some things and just pictures of my life the last, like, 3 years, and
Mhm.
she picked me. She's just incredible. I love her so much, like,
Yeah.
truly. And we have been told multiple times by the agency and other people, the lawyers, you guys have an extremely rare relationship. So I don't want people to be discouraged and think you can't have a relationship like ours, because it is possible. But I don't think all mothers are able to emotionally. That's a lot to have
Oh,
to.
yeah, for
And
sure.
I'm sure she has days where
Mhm.
she's upset and whatnot. But I also think open adoption is really nice because she can see her baby again in
Yeah.
person once or twice a year. Like,
Yeah.
that's what our PACA agreement says. That's my PPD story. And apparently it can happen to you if you're not pooping the baby out.
Shitting that thing out.
Shitting the thing out. She's like, yeah, like even dads can have it. And I'm like, well, shit. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's no fucking joke. It did go away. Thank God. But I do still get sad sometimes. But then I just, oh my God, he's so cute. And then we look at pictures and then he starts to move like, no, don't wake up. Like on
Stay
Friends.
asleep.
No, don't wake up.
Don't look at him.
Don't look at him. So yeah, that was fucking hard. And I guess that's all I have to say about it. I'm just
That
not
is
looking
that.
forward to feeling like that again. Well, hopefully I don't, but
But at least I think, I mean, I know every child is different,
yeah.
every situation's different,
Yeah.
but you might be a little better prepared. Just
Because I've already
knowing what,
done it.
yes,
Right.
knowing what you went through, knowing how you felt. And also, I know there'll be a different component because you'll be giving birth
Right.
versus adoption, but still, I mean, there's a lot of very similar
Mhm.
components.
Everyone's like, how come you chose to adopt first instead of having your bio kid first? And
Mhm.
I was like, honestly, I'm so terrified of being physically pregnant just because
Mhm.
of my job. And I have such body image issues my entire life. And I'm
Yep.
really not looking forward to my body being changed forever. And you can get mommy makeover surgery and whatever, but it's never going to look the same. I've always wanted to adopt. So I was like, if I just take out that component of my body
Yeah.
and get all the other scary stuff over with first, I'm
Mhm.
probably going to be a lot more prepared
Right.
when I'm physically pregnant. So
Mhm.
that was my thought process. I've always wanted to adopt for years, as long as I can remember. And so that's why we're like, all right, we'll adopt one and we'll have one
Mhm.
biologically because adoption's really expensive.
Well, I like that though. It's
Yeah.
good.
So that's
Good
where we're
thought
at.
process. Yeah.
Hmm.
Love it. Okay, so I guess we'll start with when I gave birth. So I had a C-section. C-section takes literally like 20 minutes. We were like, oh my God, we're gonna be in there for hours. No, it's like 20 minutes.
That's crazy. I would think that
Isn't
you're
that
in there for
insane?
longer too.
Yeah. No, they slice you right open and then they just pull that kid right out. But my kid didn't want to come out. They had to fucking stick the vacuum on her. I was like, even with a C-section, that's crazy.
I know. I didn't even know they did that.
Never
That's
heard of that in my life.
insane.
So she came out and oh my God, the moment we saw her, it was insane. Jake was like, oh my God, it's her. Oh my God, it's her. And
Oh, stop.
I was like, hi, honey. Hi. Like we were just, oh my God. It was
Are you
like,
like sobbing?
oh yeah, I had my arms, I was like this on the table.
Like Jesus on the cross?
Yeah.
It's
I was scared to move my arms because they had me hooked up and shit. But yeah, and then I got my fucking hair cap on or
hairnet.
whatever.
The lunch lady.
Yes. So they took her away. I think she had shit all over her. Honestly, I think she
Oh.
had poop all over her. Like
Oh,
literal poop.
No, yours or hers?
Hers. I just took a quick doobie while we were down there. And they were like, whoop, mom's poop got on you. No, I'm just kidding. It was just her poop. But they took her away to weigh her and, wipe her down and all that shit. And oh my God, all the women, they were like, oh my God, she's so cute.
She's
I was
really cute. I was like, thanks.
and then they brought her over to us once they got her all wrapped up and weighed and all that stuff. Also, what's awesome too is the anesthesiologist was like, give me your phone. I will be the one to take pictures. Yeah.
Nice.
So I think I saw something on Reddit about that one time and I was like, oh, I wonder if like they'll do that for us. Like, or if like we can
Yeah.
ask or whatever. We didn't even have to ask. She was like, yeah, give me your phone.
Oh, that's amazing.
So yeah, no, that was great. And so that, 20 minutes, whatever, Jake got to hold her as they wheeled me into recovery, whatever. And we were just in like, it was just so blissful. Like that whole day. Oh my God. It was like, I
You're
was in
like on a
heaven.
cloud.
Yes, I
Yeah.
was in heaven. I was like, "My baby, I'm so excited. She's so beautiful." Like, it just oh my god. It's a feeling like no other.
When you
When
probably
you
felt so much better too, not being pregnant anymore.
dude, we'll get into that. Because my God, I am very grateful that I was able to get pregnant, have my child with no complications, but motherfucker, being pregnant fucking sucks. All right, anyway, so blissful day, hormones, like your cloud nine, it's amazing. And then I initially didn't want anyone to come to the hospital. I was like, no, fuck everyone. I was like,
Yeah,
I
I
just
remember
want
you
us.
saying
Like,
that. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, I need to put my foot down, blah, blah. But then I was like feeling so good that I was like,
Mhm.
it's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
So my aunt and uncle came and visited, and then my in-laws came and visited. And it was good, you know, whatever. And then that night, I don't even think I slept for a second. I was up all fucking night. But I was like, it's fine, it's fine. I'm good. I'll be good. It's fine, whatever. You know, I barely slept the night before the C-section
Yep.
because
Because you're nervous.
nervous
You had
and
so much anxiety, I remember.
yes, I was very anxious, very nervous. I also had heartburn so fucking bad. I thought my esophagus was gonna fucking just burn just in my body. I was like, this is fucking
Just
horrible.
melt.
Yeah, because I was scared to take Pepsid, but even then, it wasn't even fucking doing anything at
Yeah.
that point because you're just so pregnant and you just have such bad heartburn.
It can't even get to you.
Exactly. It doesn't even fucking touch it. So anyway, day 2, things are settling in a little bit. I'll skip to the night though. The night was terrible. It was so
The night or the
horrible.
second night?
The second night was terrible. So she's crying because they say
Right on
apparently
cue.
the baby has the second night for whatever reason. It's like she's not in your body anymore and she's kind of realizing it a little
That's
bit.
when that's when I was tripping
Yeah.
out at the fucking hospital.
Yeah.
And
night 2?
yes.
Yes. Yeah. It was
We
terrible.
thought it was because he had just seen his birth mother that day. So we were like, you know, he doesn't know who the fuck we are.
Right.
He didn't.
Right.
He doesn't know who the hell we're. And that's a whole other thing we'll talk about we'll do a whole adoption episode and or whatever.
Yeah.
But we were noticing that every time he saw her, that night would be horrendous.
Wow, that's so crazy. Okay, so night 2 is terrible. It's also a huge hormone drop. So my hormones dropped significantly. I was absolutely exhausted. The baby was literally crying every 15 minutes. I shit you fucking not, every 15 minutes. So Jake was the one, he was getting up with her because he was like, you didn't sleep at all last night. You need to sleep. I will get up with her, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, the fucking staff is still coming in and out of the room every 2 fucking seconds. I'm like, I know you're doing your job, but please fuck off. Like please
just
leave us
leave
the fuck
me
alone.
alone.
Yes. This is so funny. So there was one of the hospital staff comes in and Jake had just gotten her to sleep and she comes in and she's like, hi, I'm whatever. And he's like, are you here for her or the baby? And she said the baby. And he's like, okay, fine. Just got her to sleep, but all right. Like he was giving her so much fucking attitude. It was so funny. At the time though, I cried because I was like, Jake, you were so mean to her.
And it's embarrassing.
Yeah. Like, why were you so mean to her? You have to apologize. I was so upset. I was like, dude, you can't be like that. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
So then she came back in for, I don't know, I think she had to go get something and come back. Like, cause she came back not that long later. And he's like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm just really tired and I had just gotten the baby to sleep. And I'm there with my face mask on. I was like, good boy. Good boy.
Fake sleeping.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm real tired. I'll go to sleep. Yeah, I didn't sleep again. So then after that, next day, it's 3rd day in the hospital, we were like, we need to fucking leave. We are done. We can't do this again. We were like, please let us leave. So the doctors came in, checked me out. They said everything was good. Everything looked good. So we just had to go through the discharge process, yada, yada, yada. So we finally go home. Everything's good. I honestly don't even remember the first however long. I don't remember getting up with her. I don't remember Jake getting up with her at night. I don't even fucking remember. I can't even recall it. I'm like, I don't know. I was so fucking tired. And then I don't even feel like postpartum hit until like recently, like in the past few weeks or so, because I felt like I was doing okay. And I was really actively just like trying to fucking dodge it. I was like, yo, don't hit me with that PPD. But it comes whether you fucking like it or not. So, everyone's different. I'd say most people probably experience it.
Yep.
Some people who are very, very lucky don't, but I definitely did and am currently experiencing it. I just felt I had kind of a delayed reaction because I thought that it wasn't going to get me. I was like, please don't get
Gotcha.
me. And I was at, I don't know, 8 weeks, and I was like, all right, I think I'm good. I think we skipped it. We're good. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
good, guys. We're in the clear.
We got it.
No, what they don't tell you is it can still happen at, 10 weeks, 11 weeks,
My
12
friend got
weeks.
it at like 6 months.
Yeah.
She's like, I didn't feel anything with the first kid, and the second kid, I didn't get really depressed until 6 months. I talked about with my therapist is that like you're mourning your old life. That's
Yeah.
how I felt. I just
Mhm.
kept saying that's the thought that kept replaying in my head is I want my old life back. I want
Yeah.
my old life back.
Mhm.
And now I like, don't even remember like what the hell did I do in all my free time? I
Fucking
read. That's what I did. I read all the time and I don't
yeah.
read hardly any. I have the audiobook now, but yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's obviously wildly different from anything you've ever experienced. If you're a first-time parent, you're like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
never done this before."
Yep.
So, it's just yeah, it's just a lot of overwhelming
Conrad just shit his pants. Thanks.
It's just a lot of overwhelming feelings, and things that maybe wouldn't be so terrible normally are 1,000 times worse. The lack of sleep. This girl, every 2 hours we're up at night. Not right now. She's gotten better, but
In the last couple weeks.
yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, but before that, every 2 hours, and it just was starting to get to me. The sleep deprivation is so fucking real. I think what I'm going through is a mix of PPD and just sleep deprivation because
Yeah.
it's just it makes you feel like you're going crazy.
It
Yeah.
does. The moments between them not crying seems
Mhm.
like it's 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're like, holy fuck, I just got you
Mhm.
situated.
Yes.
And he's going through it right
Yes.
now. Got shots last week, and he
Yeah.
just has not been himself ever since. I don't know if he's teething or what the hell's going on, but he is just, I cannot set him down. I can't do anything. And I have care that I put him in. I think he's getting too big for it because I wrap him in it and he's
Yeah.
really crazy with his head now. So it's
Mm.
like all over the
Think so.
place. So,
Really cool.
yep.
Really cool stuff.
Well, so we should probably wrap up this episode.
Okay.
This was a little, one of our more serious ones, but we will still be funny.
Yeah, don't worry.
Don't worry. The next one will be funny. Maybe we'll try and do like every other.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
We'll break it up a little bit.
Keep it light.
Keep
But
it light.
if you resonated, is that the word? Resonated with
If
this?
this if this resonated with you,
If this if this show resonates with you
yeah.
or you need help, message us. We're always here to talk to you. We're probably up if it's 4 a.m. and
Yep.
whatever. So let us
Yep.
know. Or talk to your doctor or your friend or your husband about it. Make sure your husbands are helping out. Make sure your wives are helping out. Some days it's going to be 50-50. Some days my husband's going to do all of it. Some days I'm
Mhm.
going to do all of it.
Yep.
It's just the way it goes. Don't beat yourself up too much. And just remember, if you are not keeping yourself healthy, it's going to be even worse for the baby because they're going to pick up on your stress and
Yep.
you're being sad. And then it's going to be a million times worse for everybody. My biggest tip, go outside. It was the middle of fucking December, ice cold here. And I would go outside. I laid on the porch for 40 minutes in shorts and t-shirt because I just could
Gotta do what you gotta
just
do.
have to feel something. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sounds crazy, but honestly, just the fresh air made me feel good. And same with the kids. Sometimes if he's having a meltdown, I literally just walk outside with him and he's a completely different person.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
go for a little mental health walk.
Yes.
Drink your water. Watch your comfort shows. I watch a lot of Friends. Keep me feeling nostalgic.
And if your kid is watching the TV, it's fine. It's not going to kill them. If they're
No.
just looking at the
It's
TV with
fine.
you got to do what you fucking got to do, okay? And TV is a lifesaver sometimes, so
It is.
got to do it.
Just no iPads.
Yeah, no iPads.
That's
Cut
the
that
thing
shit
with
out.
the TVs. Somebody said the difference between then and now is that, yes, we watched TV growing up, but we didn't have constant access to streaming at our fingertips every 24 seconds, 24 hours a day.
Exactly.
So, 1 or 2 movies a day is more than sufficient.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we still haven't come up with an outro.
I just want to say one more thing. You can't pour from an empty cup.
That's
Take
right.
care of yourself.
That's
you
right.
Hear?
If you need a little glass of wine or a little puff from your THC vape, a little gummy, it's fine. Your baby will be fine. Our parents were probably all drunk when they were raising us.
Probably.
I mean, obviously I don't get completely stoned if I'm home alone with him, but a small puff here and there is not going to kill you.
No.
So,
No. Do what you got to do to stay sane.
All right,
All
we will
right.
catch you on the next episode. Stay milk drunk.
Stay
mentally healthy.
No, honestly. I think I put in our Instagram bio, stay mental milk drunks, but I mean, honestly, try to
That's
stay
cute.
mentally healthy.
Healthy.
Try to stay mentally healthy. If you're mental, that's fine. We're all mental a little bit, but try to be healthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
We love you.
Peace out.
Peace out. Peace out, brother. I'm so uncomfortable sitting like this.
My leg is killing me.
My leg's sleeping.
My leg is killing me.
We can be weird and like stare at each other. This is my bad side. So
We need, like,
you
a
put my
little-
new bangs I got today. Well, they're not bangs. They're these things.
This is my bad side too, so enjoy looking
Should
at
we
that,
switch
guys.
since we don't like these
We
sides?
can.
Okay.
Let's-
This is real content. Influencers in the
This is
wild.
awesome.
Oh, it feels so much better on my other leg.
Oh, my back.
Fuck. Okay. What do we want to talk about? Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
His ass. And I was holding my hand
Connie.
as cup. That's going to be messy.
Stinky butt.